So in this all-inclusive tutorial, we are going to walk you through step by step how to start an affiliate marketing website so that you can make money online. Now, we have to start every video with this disclaimer that we're not selling you courses. There's no online pitch to get you into our program and mentor you to charge you $2,000 to learn how to do this. This is all free, and this is very real. Now, with that said, this is not something that you can become a millionaire overnight. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have a Lamborghini in your driveway from affiliate marketing, but this is a very real strategy for making money online. We make tens of thousands of dollars per month with affiliate marketing. I'm going to show you step by step how exactly you can do this. Now, we have a number of sources that we do this from, some of them being our YouTube channel, some of them being from our websites, but we want to break this down into a really all-inclusive tutorial for you here today. So there's a couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to go through step by step how to do this, and the first thing that we want to do is talk about domain and hosting. Where are you getting your website from? How are you naming your website? We'll talk about how to set up the initial process of getting your website active, getting it live, and then starting to build it. So after we talk about domain and hosting, we're going to talk about installing WordPress. We'll talk about some other options as well. If you don't want to use WordPress, there are other options out there for building a website. What's going to be the best option for you? We'll talk about that. And then we will discuss how to build your website, the actual logistics of building your site. And I can tell you this now, that you don't have to necessarily be a rocket scientist or a computer scientist to know how to build a website. Now, it certainly helps to know how to code, but you don't have to necessarily know how to do that. In fact, we know so many people who have very little computer experience, but they're still able to build a very professional website that makes them thousands of dollars per month. So you don't have to be particularly smart to do this. I'm not particularly smart, but it's something that we can do without having a massive level of knowledge or skill prior to actually building a website. And then we will talk about creating content, how you should be writing articles, the types of articles, how the strategy behind that. And then we'll talk about search engine optimization, which is going to be getting your website viewed. How do you actually get people onto your site? How do you rank it in Google? We will discuss all of those factors that are going into effect there. And then we will finally discuss more ways of getting traffic and really establishing your site so that you are monetizing it as best as possible. You are getting higher conversion rates. So we'll discuss all of that in today's video. But the one thing that we need to realize is that affiliate marketing has been around for a couple of decades now, and some of the largest websites in the world are primarily earning their revenue from affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing, it tends to get a bad rap in some cases because there's always going to be those sleazy people out there who will be promoting products that are crap products, or they give fake reviews on a product and they end up making money off of it, but their morals aren't necessarily correct. They are creating fake reviews. They're doing things that are really not good. But if we look at some of the largest websites that we could use for this example, a company like Bankrate, which in 2016, which I know it's about 4 or 5 years ago, was the last time that they published their public numbers, and they pulled in about $400 some million from affiliate revenue from this website here. So you can see it is very real. Some companies make hundreds of millions of dollars from affiliate marketing, and it's still growing even today in 2020. So I think what we'll do is I will bring us over to my computer, and then I'll walk you through every step of the process of getting set up with this. Now, as I said, this is not going to be a quick video that's a get rich quick, make money fast online type of video. This is going to be a tutorial. This is going to be long. I suggest taking out a pen, taking out a piece of paper, and writing down some of the things that we talk about in this video so that you can replicate this and you can do this after you watch this video, or even consider maybe opening up another tab on your computer, pulling up a different computer, and starting to follow along in this process so that you can do this correctly. Now, there's not one set in stone way to build a website for affiliate marketing, but the way that we're going to show you today is the one that we recommend. A lot of people choose to go this route, and it can be a very effective route to take. So when hosting our website, we're going to have a number of different options for where we want to host this site. Now, the one that we'll be using for this tutorial is going to be SiteGround. I'll leave a link for it down below, as well as the timestamps for this video. So if you want to kind of jump around to certain sections of the video, or you want to jump and fast forward past the sign up process, or you want to go to the affiliate marketing side of it, I'll leave all of those different timestamps down below in the description, as well as a link to SiteGround here if you want to follow along in this video. But for the price of essentially a Big Mac at McDonald's, or even cheaper than a Big Mac at McDonald's, you can build an online business with affiliate marketing. So I think it's relatively affordable for $3.95 a month. Keep note that you might see some of these prices fluctuate. They say that the regular price is $11.95 per month. But if you don't want to use SiteGround, if you want to kind of look for other ones as well, that's totally okay. We know people who use something like Bluehost, which you're going to be able to follow along for most of the tutorial with Bluehost. Just maybe a couple of parts in the beginning are going to be a little bit more different than with SiteGround, but it's certainly one that you can use as well. We've had success hosting with Bluehost, but there's also different ones like HostPapa, HostGator, DreamHost. The list goes on with the different hosting services that you can use to build your WordPress website. And I do want to mention one other thing before we kind of jump into this and take you through showing you how to build this SiteGround site, is that you could use something like Squarespace. I know people who want to keep things super simple, and although you don't have to know how to code to use SiteGround, which we'll be showing you in this tutorial, you don't have to be a computer scientist. Some people still want to go for the easiest, simplest option, which at that point would probably be something like Squarespace or Wix. The only issues with those is that they're a little bit more expensive. If you want to start with Squarespace or Wix, you're probably going to be paying a little bit of a premium of closer to $20 per month rather than something like $3.95 per month. So that's why we're going with this option for SiteGround with WordPress. So I honestly recommend people just go with the startup option, and then you can upgrade to these other options later on. But for this tutorial, we'll go with the Grow Big plan just so we can give ourselves a little bit more wiggle room for growth in the future. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to register a domain. Now, maybe you already have a domain, but your domain, I think most people already understand what that is. It's essentially your website name. So McDonald's.com, for example, right? That is the domain, is McDonald's.com. NateO'Brien.com is one of my websites, right? And so that's the domain. So if you don't have one yet, if you don't own one, then you're going to need to register one. You can buy one for $15.95 per year, which is pretty standard pricing from my opinion for registering a domain. I have a slew of domains. I probably have 20 or 30 domains by now, just over the years as I've accumulated them. But for this, definitely think about it a little bit. Make sure that you are finding a website that, makes sense. My tips for finding a good domain is whatever your affiliate marketing website is going to be about, try to make it something similar to that. So if you create a domain that doesn't make any sense, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to really build that up to a very profitable website. I would also argue that you want to really go for a .com. You're going to see all these other options for things that you can name your website, and a lot of people are incentivized to maybe do like .biz or .info. What I would suggest doing, unless you live in a different country and you're going to use like .Netherlands here or .UK because you live in those countries, that makes a lot of sense. But the best bet from our experience from a search engine optimization perspective and from people clicking on your link is going to be using .com for your option for that. And also for domains is the shorter is typically better for domains. So if you have a domain that is extremely long, like Nate's Barber Shop, this, that, and it's like 10 words and it's like 100 characters, it's going to be less likely for people to click on it. So the shorter the domain, the better, the more traffic that they get. This is actually, there's been studies on this that show that the shorter the domain, the better overall, but try to keep it relevant. So for this one, I think what we'll do is we're going to create a mock website, and we'll call it supplementsnation.com. And you'll see why, because this is going to be our affiliate marketing website for supplements, for bodybuilders, for people who work out a lot and they're looking for whey protein and different types of things. That's what we use for this example. I hope this domain is available. We're going to be registering one here, and supplementsnation.com. We're going with the .com. You could use .net. I would say that if you can't find a .com, if you really can't find a .com, then go with .net. But all the other ones I would really try to avoid if I were you, if you can, unless of course you are some type of tech company and you want to use .io or something, but .com is going to be your best bet for that. So supplementsnation.com, click proceed. Hopefully this is available. And it looks like it is. So that's pretty cool. If you want to do some more research on that, you can go on to like GoDaddy, or you can look them up on Squarespace, and you can find domains that are available and domains that are not available at the time. So then I'm going to have to enter all of this information. I'm going to kind of skip forward here and enter this information. But there's a couple of things that we want to be aware of here. So for the period, 12 months is going to be our choice here. Going for something longer, you're not going to really see a discount with SiteGround. So the price stays relatively the same for whether you're doing 12 months, 24, or 36. So because there's no discount, we're just going to go with 12 months. And then also the 1 month trial, they hit you with a $25 setup fee. So that's probably not worth it. So the 12-month phase is what is going to be our best option for this. Now, there's a couple of things that we do need to really think about here. So domain registration, yes, we're buying the domain of supplementsnation.com to build our affiliate website for supplements and for nutritional products for weightlifters, bodybuilders, people who work out. That, as I just said, is going to be the example that we use for this video, but you can choose any type of affiliate direction that you would like to go. And if you want to go with just your name, if you find that your name is available as well, that could be an option. I know that I use nateobrien.com, starting to build that site up, just kind of getting started on that one. But domain privacy is something that you are definitely going to want to click on. And if you don't have domain privacy, essentially what's going to happen is you're going to have so much spam coming in from every direction possible when you don't have domain privacy. It's only $12 a year, and it's going to save you a lot of headache. I'm just telling you now that you're probably going to want this. And then SiteGround site scanner. You don't necessarily need this when you first start, but once you build up your site quite a bit, if it gets bigger, you have a lot of traffic, you will want to be worried about people hacking or injecting malicious code into your website. So you'll probably want SiteGround at some point in the future. You'll probably want this site scanner. But for now, if you're just getting started and you just want to get your feet wet here with the website, there's no point in adding on all of these additional expenses, just making it more expensive than it already is. Then you just have to go down here and click both of these, and then we can sign up for this. And actually, we don't want to receive SiteGround news and special offers, so we won't click that one there. And then we'll click Pay Now, and it'll take us to the next part of the process for creating our affiliate marketing website. All right, so now it says that our account was successfully created. And this is where it's going to get fun. This is where it's important to pay close attention. Hopefully, maybe you're doing this in a separate tab on your computer, or you're at least taking notes here so that you're knowing what to do when you go about this for yourself. So we'll proceed to customer area here, and our website is being created at the moment. So it might take a little bit of time. Sometimes it'll pop up and say that it's taking a little bit longer than usual. That's not a big deal. If this happens to you, just X out of it, log back in, and you'll see that it's probably been created. But this means that our website has been created. Let me X out of these tabs up here. Here's our website. This is not actually our website, sorry. We will go and we will click on Setup Site to create our website. And this is going to be really cool. There's a couple things, though, that are very important. So we can start a new website here, or we can migrate a site. I'm going to assume that you don't have one. So you're going to click Select for Start New Website. And then you're going to start a WordPress website. Now, if you're planning on selling things like an e-commerce store, you're going to want to set up WooCommerce with your WordPress. WooCommerce is a way of doing e-commerce as a WordPress plugin, or Weebly Site Builder, which I wouldn't recommend using, to be honest, or other options as well. So we're going to click WordPress here, and we're actually going to have to create a WordPress login to actually log into our website here. So go through the process of entering your email, creating a password, and then click Continue here. So let me just do that, and I'll take us to the next page. Okay, I just click Continue. We don't want to add SiteGround site scanner. I mean, if you really want to, you can, but as I said earlier, it's not something that we need right now at the moment. So we'll click Finish here. And now it is creating our website. And this is the part where it could take a couple of minutes, and sometimes it'll say that it's taking longer than usual, and then you just have to go back and log out and then log back in, refresh it, and then it should work. So we're just going to have to wait just a minute here. And so just like that, our website has been created. So if we go to supplementsnation.com, let me copy this and paste it into a new tab, and we will see here is our website, and yours should look something like this, and it looks absolutely terrible, right? But this is the default WordPress website, and I'm going to show you how to take it from this to making it look something like other affiliate sites. Like, let's go to bankrate.com, which is an affiliate website that pulls in hundreds of millions of dollars per year from their affiliate website. We're going to show you how to create something like this. This, of course, is a website that probably has a team of 20 people just as web developers. So, it's not going to look like this perfectly, but I'm going to show you how to build a site similar to this relatively quickly, or at least to get started here and show you how to do something like that. So take it from this crappy website with it looks absolutely terrible, to something more legitimate. So let's go back over here. here, and here is what we're looking at here. So we can point our domain if we want to if we have a domain somewhere else and we want to point it to here. But we can go to click Manage Site here, and it's going to take us to our dashboard here for SiteGround. And there's a couple of things that we're going to want to do right away when we first start. So we're actually going to go over to security here on this tab. And we're going to go to HTTPS enforce. And we're going to turn that on here. And this is actually just going to give us that little locking tool at the top. You'll see this. That's what this is going to do when we put that in, because if we go back to our site here before, it's not secure. Google's not a big fan of websites that are not secured, especially in 2020. So this is an important step. It's pretty simple to do. But then we can go to SSL Manager. And once this loads, we can go down and we have Let's Encrypt set up, and it is active. So if we want to, for example, set up Let's Encrypt wildcard, which is what I would personally suggest doing, just click Get. All right, so there we go. It's set up, and we can configure HTTPS if we really want to. So these are actually some essential things. But so if we go back to our website here, and we click refresh, you see how it says not secure now. Click refresh, and now, boom, it's secured. This is an important step because this helps keep some privacy for credit card details, for login information when people go onto your website. So it is an essential step that I would recommend just doing it now, get it out of the way. It's, like I said, pretty easy, but it's going to give people peace of mind. You know, when I go onto a website and I see that it's not secured, I get a little bit concerned about my information, about the privacy, and so this is going to be somewhat helpful, just setting that up there. So let's go back to Site Tools here, and we're going to click on Dashboard here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go back to my account. And now we're going to be able to log into WordPress. So let me just kind of X out of some of these different screens so we don't get too confused here and keep it to just one. So now that we are on our SiteGround dashboard, we can click on Websites up here. And we can go to our WordPress kit. Now, this is how we're going to actually access our dashboard for WordPress. Click Go on WordPress Admin. And now we have to enter our information that we just created previously. Hopefully you wrote this down, your WordPress username and your password. So enter that information and then log in, and then we will get started on building our actual website. All right, so here we are. And they're going to try to get you through setting up with this WordPress wizard thing. Just click exit here. There's a better way to do this. So we click exit, and now this is our beautiful WordPress dashboard. This is where we're going to be able to build pages, build posts, comments, install plugins. So this is everything that you're going to be doing on a daily basis whenever you work on your website. You're going to be doing it from this here. This is our dashboard right here at the moment. So I am going to show you how to install a couple of plugins, some things that are important. Let's actually just do that in just a second, because first I want to take you to your website here. So if you click on My WordPress, you can visit site. And this is, like we just showed you earlier, this is your website. And you can customize it up here, but there's a better way to do it. So click back. I just want to show you that, so you can click up there to go visit your site to view it. But what we're going to do is, before we create menus, before we create pages, we're going to change the appearance of our site because it looks pretty trashy, right? So we can go and click on themes. So we hover over appearance, click on themes. And there's a lot of free WordPress themes that are available for us to use. We don't have to pay for these. We can get them for free. And so we can click Add New. And then you can scroll through here, find a theme that you like. For this one, we're going to use the most popular theme on WordPress. It's the one that we recommend just getting started with. And so if we click over on popular, we should be able to find it pretty easily. Here it is right here. It's called Astra. But once again, you know, if you're scrolling through and you say, hey, I really like GeneratePress, or I really like 2015 or Envato storefront, then sure, go with those. You'll find that it's actually pretty easy to use these. So we'll click install, and it's going to install, and then we will need to activate it. So click activate then. And now, just like that, you're going to notice that if we go up here and we click on visit site, our site already looks different. It almost looks better from the previous version, which was pretty horrendous, but it still needs a lot of work. So this is supplementsnation.com at the bare bones here with this new Astra theme that we just installed. So we'll click back, and we will then begin to add some things on here. So we can also go through our settings, which is something that you should look over. Just ensure that things look correct here. So for example, if we click on permalinks, you're going to want to have your, from our experience, you're going to want to have your post name as the permalink here. So for example, if you create a new page or a new blog post that you're doing for affiliate marketing, right? So say that you do a review for a supplement or for some whey protein, it would be supplementsnation.com/whey protein instead of the page being supplementsnation.com/ just some random characters that just looks kind of strange and it's not very clean. So it's always nice to keep them clean by having the permalink set up with the post name. If you wanted to, you could do it something different like numeric or month or date, but I think post name is the best option to go with. You can also change the language as well. So you're going to see so many different options here. You can go through the settings, general settings. You can change different things here. So site language, if your primary language is German or it's some different type of language, Chinese, let's say, you can go through and change this. And I don't want to change it because I don't really speak very many languages. So I'm going to keep it at English here. But you can change that if you would like to. And then just go through the settings and make sure that everything looks correct for you. If you want a different type of date, if you're not used to certain things, feel free to do that. Just to kind of read over some of the settings to make sure that things look correct. So we will also just want to change our site title so that we don't confuse it. So Supplements Nation is our website. And our tagline is, let's say, get swole. I don't know. I don't really work out that much. So I probably would not, personally, because I don't work out very much, I wouldn't be using Supplements Nation as like an affiliate marketing website for me because I don't use supplements. So this is just an example that we're using for the purpose of this video. But with affiliate marketing in general, you're going to want to make sure that the products that you're promoting are ones that you actually use and not products that you're just promoting because you're greedy and you want money, because that is not going to get you very far in life from what we've seen with people who just chase the money instead of actually creating good quality articles and content for affiliate marketing. All right, so now make sure that you scroll down and click save. You don't want to forget to do that. Or else you will have lost your progress there. So now what we can do is the next step is we're going to hover over here up top. It says new, and we're going to create some new pages so that we can start building out our site. So put some thought into this for sure. I would recommend starting with the smaller amount of pages first so that you don't get overwhelmed with having a number of different pages or menus available. So for this one, we'll make a home page. So we'll click back and then we'll create a couple of more as well. So new page. Let's create let's create one that's called blog. Publish that, and maybe we'll just do a couple of others as well. So we'll click on the WordPress icon up here. We'll add another new one, and let's make this one. This is going to be our About Us page. I think as an affiliate marketer, if you're going to create a website, it always helps to have an About Us page or something about you so you can kind of share your story so that people can put a face to your blog, to your website, to just make that connection, establish some level of communication there, and so that people can trust you a little bit more. If they see, hey, this guy has been a bodybuilder for the past 10 years, he trained with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's been in bodybuilding for a long time, then they're willing to likely take your word for things more when you're able to establish some type of a credibility. So share some stuff about you. Explain why are you credible on these topics. Why did you create this blog? How are you going to be able to help people, provide value to them? So creating an About Us page, I think, is really helpful. And I think that's all we'll do for now. We can always add more pages in the future, but we don't want to overdo it right away, because if we make 10 pages here, it's just going to be messy for us to try to create this entire website all at once. But now what we can do is if we go back and we go visit our site, you're going to see at the top, now we have About Us, we have the blog, we have home, and we have sample page. So just like that, we're already getting started here. The website's starting to already form. So we'll click back here and we'll go back to where we just were. Now, if we go to appearance, we hover over appearance and we go to menus. And if at any point during this tutorial, if I'm going too fast, just, you can slow the video down to 0.75 speed or just pause it. I'm sorry, sometimes I talk a little bit fast. So for menu name, we'll call it primary menu, and then we'll click create menu. And this is going to help us to really design the outlay of our website. So let's say that for this menu, we want to add the home, we want to add blog, and About Us. We're just going to stick with these three for now. So we can click add to menu. And there we go. Right there we have these. We can rearrange them. So we want home being first, then we want blog, and then we have about page last. You can also drag these underneath. So if you wanted about us to be a drop down for blog, you could just drag this over here as a sub item, right? And then you could even create blog as a sub item of home, and then about us as a sub item of blog. But for now, we're just going to keep those at that. But when you add articles, you can start to add articles underneath here to put them underneath. So whenever you create a post, which I'll show you how to do in the coming minutes here, when you click post right there, then it'll show up here, and then you can add that post to specific things. So if you wanted to add a post to about us or add a post to a different page, you can just do that by adding it here and then making it a sub item there, just like that. If you would like to do that. So we have these three options here: home, blog, and about us. We're just going to stick with that for now. We're going to click on primary menu and then click save menu. So now let me actually just open up supplementsnation.com over here. So that we can at least see the progress every time that we do something. So we can see now these are rearranged to home, blog, and about us, right? So now we're going to actually install a couple of plugins. So hover over plugins over here and click on it. And this is where we can see all of our plugins for WordPress. Now, from our experience, you don't want to have too many plugins. It can start to really bog down your website. But there are some very valuable plugins that are going to make your life so much easier with WordPress, with creating your website. And this is really where it comes in, where you don't have to necessarily be a coder or know how to be a computer scientist in order to build a WordPress website, thanks to our good old trusty plugins here. So what we'll do is we will go up to add new, and we will add a couple of plugins that are going to be really, really valuable. One of them being Elementor. This is going to be how it's going to allow you to build your website with ease. It's almost like a drag and drop feature. I'll show you how to use Elementor, but it helps you build beautiful websites. This is probably the most important plugin that we use. You can use different ones as well. You could use Divi if you wanted to, but we're going to click install now for Elementor. This is free, by the way. They do have a pro version. I use the pro version, but if you're just getting started, there's really not any need to get the pro version right away. You can just kind of do that later on down the road once you build your website and you find that you start to need some of those pro features. But the free version gets you most of the way, and it'll get you most of the things that you need. So then click activate for Elementor Page Builder. And here we go. So this is it right here. We can just X out of this, and it throws us back here. So let's go back to plugins because we want to add a couple of more. So the other one that we want to add, but you can see here that you'll see Elementor now popping up as one of our plugins. We have three options here. We're going to go back up to add new and add just a couple of others here that are going to be important. So actually, let's type in Elementor again, because we're going to want to add essential add-ons for Elementor as well. So click install now for that. It's going to take just a second. And then click activate for the essential add-ons for Elementor. This is, once again, both Elementor and essential add-ons for Elementor. They are widely used by the website building community. Most people use either Elementor or Divi to build their websites. So it's almost essential. It really is for this. So now we can actually go back up once again to plugins. We're just going to add one more plugin here that is going to be pretty helpful for us. Actually, two more plugins that I think you're going to find to be very, very useful. One of them is going to be Pretty Links. This is how you're going to be able to track your links. So when you create a link, it's going to let you track your links. It looks like we have to put a space in there, actually. So Pretty Links. This allows you to track your links so you can see how many clicks are you getting, right? For, let's say that you have an article for your affiliate marketing website. And within the article, let me just show you an example here. Let's go to millennialmoney.com. This is a great example of an affiliate marketing website. I don't own this site. I don't know the guy who runs this site personally, but I have read his book, and it's a pretty great website. And I'm sure he makes a lot of money from this. But let's say that you are going to write an article about ways to save money, right? And then within here, you have all of these different things, right? Where you're talking about save automatically, right? Or track your spending. So right here, this is an affiliate link right here. It's embedded within his article. And so if you want to track this link, how many clicks are you getting on this link? This is important to know, because you want to say, hey, how much traffic has my one blog article driven. How many clicks have I gotten on that link? So he actually cloaks this link most likely through something like Pretty Links. He might use a different one, but Pretty Links is a great plugin to use. So we'll click install now for that. It tracks those links, you can cloak them, and it just makes life so much easier as an affiliate marketer. Click activate for that. And then there is just one more, I promise you, there's only one more thing that we're going to add in here. And this Pretty Links is free. There's a free version. You can upgrade to Pro. I think it's like $49 to upgrade to Pro, but for now, you probably don't need that as well. So go back to plugins here. And I promise you there's only one more plugin that we're going to add. All of these are super, super important, though, for building a website. And that's going to be Envato. This is going to give you so many themes and options for when you're building your website. It's just going to make your life easier. You can see it has 200,000 active installations, and that's for a reason. It's because it's widely used, and a lot of people like it. It has 5-star reviews by most people, and they have free versions for this as well. So this is the last one that we're installing for now. Maybe we'll do some later, show you some other different plugins that are useful. But just with these plugins, your life is going to become so much easier. Trust me. Now, you can go through and deactivate some of these, like WordPress Starter. You really don't need that, so click deactivate on that. And SiteGround Optimizer, well, we'll just keep that for now. And you can even delete WordPress Starter if you want to. So delete, click OK, and there, it's gone. It's just out of our way, so we have less things that we have to look at here. All right, so I know I did just promise you that we're done installing these plugins, but there's one more that I do use on all of our websites, and it's also free, and that is going to be Yoast SEO. This is going to help you rank your articles for search engine optimization, so that when somebody searches for a term, let's say they search for best supplements to gain weight or best supplements for bodybuilding. Well, if I write an article about that, I want to make sure that I'm ranking in the first page of Google, right? I want to be ranking at the very top. And so Yoast SEO gives you a lot of tools to do that. It is free, and you can see 5 million plus active installations. So click activate on this, and this is I really promise you now, this is the last plugin that I'm showing you that you should be getting. So we have all of these plugins here. They all do have those premium options, but we don't need those for now. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover up here, and I'm going to go actually visit the website. Because what we can do is once we're on our website, we want to fix this up a little bit so that the home page shows up first, and then we don't have all these weird things on the side. This just looks pretty tacky. It looks kind of weird. Looks like it's from 2012 or something. So we want to clean up this before we start actually building out our home page, our blog page, and our About Us page. So if we go up here above our name here, we click on Customize. Now, once we click on Customize, this is how we're going to change our settings for how the home page looks and which one we're going to have as a static page. I'll show you how to do all of that. So what we can do here for this is we're going to go and find home page settings. So we scroll down a little bit, click on home page settings, and then we want to change our home page here, our home page settings to a static page. So click on static page, and then for home page, we're going to want this to be set to home so that it shows up correctly. And then our posts page, which is going to be our blog posts, we're going to set that up for blog. Okay, so just make sure that you do both of those. All right, so it is published there. We can click back here. And then this sidebar, as I said, we want to get rid of it. It just doesn't look very good, in my opinion. So we can click on sidebar here, see what we just did there. Clicked on sidebar, and we don't want the sidebar. I just think it looks weird. So click no sidebar, and there we go. Okay, now it just looks absolutely bare. And you can also tinker around with this as well. You know, just kind of mess around, see if there's something that you think you would like to do. If you do want a sidebar, you can change the width of that. You'll see a lot of different settings within here that you can mess around with if you want to. All right, so now that we have that done, then we can go back to our website. Now that it just looks a little bit cleaner now, we can X out of this here. And we can go back to our WordPress dashboard. And now we're going to open up Elementor to start building out our home page. So what we can do is we can click on Elementor if we want to, but let's actually just click on Pages. And this will take us to our pages here that we have open. Now, we do want our privacy policy. We will fill that out eventually. This is important, especially for affiliate marketing. You do want to have a privacy policy and affiliate disclosure so that people know that you are getting paid if you link to a certain company. It's just important to disclose those. We'll show you how to do that later in this video. Sample page, actually, let's throw this in the trash. We don't want that. That already came previously. So now let's start to build out the homepage. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to actually look at Envato here. So we're going to go over to Elements, and we're going to click on Elements. And this is Envato Elements. We can just click agree here. I don't think you want to opt in for more emails. I think we all get enough emails. So just click agree on there. You should read the terms. You know, don't blindly do this. But I've done this many times before. So I'm going to click on continue. And now that's going to take us to Envato Elements, which is where we can start to look at some really cool templates that can be free. So they have some premium ones. They have 31 premium template kits here. What we can do is scroll as far down as possible, and that's where they're going to hide all of these juicy looking free templates, 120 free templates that we can use thanks to Envato. So actually, let's go to the next page. There's going to be more on the next page. And we can choose from all of these. You know, if you're going through and you say, hey, I really like that one, or I really like that one, then you can just click on it and you can import that into your website, and boom, all of a sudden your website's looking so good so quickly. So we're scrolling through. Let's just kind of pick one randomly here. I want to look for one that looks somewhat decent. Let's go to the third page, and it depends on your website. You know, if you're a restaurant, this looks like a nice one. If you are a tech company, maybe this is a good one here. And let's kind of just randomly pick one here. Let's see what we have. Let's find one that just looks like it could be pretty good for our affiliate products that we're promoting. So let's just hop over to the fourth page really quickly so we can find something that looks like it really fits our affiliate website the best. Okay, so now we're on page 5. But you know what? Okay, so this one looks good. Real estate agent. I know this is, you know, you don't have to necessarily be a real estate agent to use this, but I like the design of this one here. So if I want to make this website, this affiliate marketing website with this one, let's say that I want to use this design right here. We click on home. And then all we have to do is click import template, and we're going to have this available to us to create our affiliate website. So click import template here. Give it just a minute. So now what we can do is let's go back over to pages. So we're going to click on pages. Now that we have this one installed here, we're going to use it as our home page. And so we're going to go over here and we are going to go to home, and you know what, let's just click edit just to show you how to edit it with regular WordPress. So once this loads here, you'll see that this is going to be how you can edit your homepage if you want to just use WordPress. But we're going to do this with Elementor because it's going to make life so much easier when we use Elementor. So it's taking us to the Elementor page builder for our homepage, and this is Elementor right here. It's so easy to use. This is the part that I was talking about earlier in the video where we said you don't have to be a computer scientist in order to do this. And so it's super easy to drag and drop certain things into here for Supplements Nation, right? If we want to add a spacer to begin with so that we don't have anything hugging the top there. So we're adding a spacer. We can say we want a lot of space, a little bit of space, right? Pretty easy. A lot of this is pretty straightforward. I recommend just kind of messing around with it a little bit to see what kinds of options that you can use for this. Then let's say that we want to add a heading, a title for the homepage. Maybe we want to add some other things in here, right? Super easy to use this to start building stuff with Elementor. You know, you want to add something like a video or images or a button. You can just add those right there. Boom, like that. Button, change things with the button. I'll show you how to do more of that with this in the coming minutes. But this is one of the easiest things that you can do here is start to just mess around with things that you can make, right? And you can scroll down, you can see all these different options. Some of them will have that locking feature on them, which is because you'll need Elementor Pro in order to access those. I think Elementor Pro, it's only about $50, I believe, or maybe it's $100. It's relatively inexpensive. I mean, I have it for my websites, but it's just one thing that I don't really look at my credit card bills on that, to be honest with you, because it's pretty cheap. But we have so many different options here for things that we can make, okay? Right, so we can put in a data table, creative buttons, dividers, image comparisons, right? So mess around with this. Start to look at how you can build your site using that. But what I want to show you here is what we previously just did with that Envato element, right? If we click on folder here, the gray folder, we can click on that. And we can go over to templates, my templates. And you're going to see this is the one that we just imported previously. So if we click insert here, import document settings, let's click yes. And this is going to fast track our website creation. It's going to make it almost as though you just have to enter in some information and you could suddenly have a website. And you might find that you could literally build an affiliate marketing website in a couple of hours. I mean, that's what I'm doing in this tutorial. I'm showing you how to do this in just a few hours. And while it might not be the greatest website of all time immediately, it's the backbone for creating a successful website. Now, you can click this little white arrow here to see the full size of your website. So it finally loaded, and we can see here that this is going to make our life so much easier, especially if we are beginners with WordPress or we're in a little bit of a rush. Then this is certainly a thing that you can do, is installing these things from Envato, because now instead of having to create this entire thing on our own, we just installed this, right? And so sure, this doesn't really fit our affiliate website. Like we're not talking about properties and selling houses, but what's great here is that we can just start to edit this, right? So instead of this thing that says 3,500 square feet for a sweet home, we can make this a product, and so we can just start to edit these things. And I find it just makes it easier instead of having to build a website totally from scratch, is when you can just do something like this. So for example, maybe here you put a picture of you or a picture of a product, and then 4 of the reasons why it's a good product, and then in this part maybe you rearrange some things so that some of our top featured products, and then put 3 of them there, right? And so you can start to really mess around with this, but it's just a lot easier when you have these plugins here. And so we can even just start to rearrange these now, right? So let's say that I want to get rid of these. Let's say I want to get rid of this and get rid of this as well. I did this earlier if you remember. We have our 3 options up here. Sometimes if you install some of these different things from Envato, you might notice that you won't see these. It is possible to get them back, but some themes do get a little bit weird with that. So let's say that for here, you know, instead of it's time to find your next home in New York, we just title this, or how about which supplement is best for you, right? And I'm not spending too much time on this because this is just an example, right? And then explore now, or instead of explore now, we could change this, and we can mess around with it on here. We can say instead of explore now, we can say learn more, right? So in a lot of cases, when you're editing these things over here, the way to actually change them is to go over to this little sidebar here, and this is where we can change it to link to something. So this is a button here. So when you click on learn more, you can decide, hey, where do I want this to take them? It can take them directly to an affiliate website. It can take them directly to a blog post. I would recommend taking them to a blog post or a review rather than just linking them directly to a product with your affiliate link right away. I just wouldn't recommend doing that. But you can mess around with where you want the button to be positioned, right? So start to just kind of learn more with this, right? Just through trying this out, right? And we can change the type of button. We can make it green, blue, right? So this is green probably. We can make it all kinds of different colors as well. So really simple to do that. A lot of this is self-explanatory, right? So let's actually just get rid of this. I don't want this hurry up thing here, right? So let's say that we want to get rid of this. So we right click on it, and then we click delete, and there it goes. So now it's gone. And this is a pretty basic page. I mean, you know, I'm not spending too much time on this just because we're using this as an example to show you how to use the different tools, and you can start to use your own imagination to figure out how you want to set this up, right? But then we click over here again, and instead of our properties, say our top reviews, right? And you know, I'll probably say this a number of times in this video, but make sure that if you're going to be reviewing products, make sure that you're doing this with high standards. Make sure that you're not promoting crap products. I hate that I have to say this all the time, but sometimes people, when they start their affiliate websites, they just promote things that doesn't make any sense. They don't like the products. They're terrible products, but they promote them anyway because they want to make money. Don't do that, because you're not going to win the long run. You're not going to be helping people. The key here is to actually provide people value, actually review products that are good, and then give objective reviews on those. That's what some of the top affiliate marketing websites in the world do when they want to make money, is they give objective reviews so that people come back and they read more of the reviews in the future, because they know that, hey, Not all products are good, and if an affiliate marketing website is giving every product that they're reviewing 5 out of 5 stars, they're probably going to know, hey, maybe there's something up. Maybe they're just making money off of this, and that's why they're giving everything a good review. So don't give everything a good review. Actually give your honest opinion about it. If it's a bad product, give it a 3 out of 5. Give it a 2 out of 5 stars. I've done that before in the past. And sure, you're not going to make as much money from it, but it's definitely the right thing to do. So you can go through this, mess around with this, add some different things, add some products here, however you would like to set up your page. Now, what I want to do actually is let's click update here. And then I'm actually going to take you back to the WordPress dashboard, do a couple more things, and then we're going to get into the affiliate marketing side of it, which is going to be incredibly important to follow along very closely. I would recommend taking some notes on this. Hopefully you've already been doing this or following along on your own computer at some point. But what I want to do here is let's actually go back to our WordPress dashboard. So click exit to dashboard. And I want you to actually install a plugin that's really going to be helpful for us for our blog articles and for our website. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click back again. And now we're going to go to plugins, add new. And the one that I want you to look up here is going to be social media share buttons. Something should come up for that, right? So click enter. And we'll see some options pop up. This is the one that I go with that has over 200,000 active installs. The social media share buttons and social sharing icons. Click install now. And then we're going to have to activate it as well. But what this is going to do is it's going to allow people to, when they're reading your blog articles or they're on one of your pages, it's going to pop up with these different share buttons, which really do help a lot. One of the biggest keys for blogging and for articles is when people share these. They read an article and they say, wow, this would be great for my nephew or for my cousin or for my friend from work who's looking to get into this one thing, or they were just talking about how they want to buy a drone for their son for Christmas, and so I can just send it to them on Facebook, or I can email it to them, right? And so it's easy to do that. So let's click activate, because this really I have found helps with SEO, search engine optimization, and with just getting your site out to more people. It's a super simple step to do. So once this becomes active, I'll just show you some quick things that you want to do with it. All right, so now we can just click skip here. I mean, if you want to read through this, you can. And we don't need the premium option here. What icons do we want to show on our site? So I like all of these. Personally, I don't really use Facebook for mine, but maybe you want your email on there, or maybe you're worried that you'll get spammed with your email, so you take that off. YouTube is a big one that we like to promote with affiliate products, is to kind of create that loop for YouTube and for websites. LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram, right? So we have all these different options for things that we can put in here, right? And then the premium gives you some more options as well. Then we can click save here. So find the ones that you want, click save, and then we go on to the next steps here. So what do we want these icons to do? So we can show them exactly where we want to take them, right? So where do we want our Twitter? Add this in. I'm not going to do it for the sake of this, because this is just an example thing, right? But visit me on Twitter, right? So maybe my Twitter name is Supplements Nation, right? And so you can add in all these, youtube.com/Supplements Nation, or whatever my YouTube page is. Add all of these in here, and then save that, of course. And then just kind of go through these other ones here as well. So where do we want them to be displayed? This is something that you want to think about a little bit. I like to show my icons after a post. Some people put them in a widget, which would be like this sidebar when you're reading a website. I don't really do widgets on my sites. I just think that they look like 2010. That's a personal opinion, of course, but what I like to do is put them just after posts. So it's not intrusive, it's not annoying to people, it's not popping up all over your website in front of things, but just putting them after posts, clean and simple, right? Responsive icons, just like that. So they'll pop up like this, right? Which looks pretty good to me. Follow us, Twitter, Facebook, right? And then do we want to display those at the end of every post? Yes, I do want to display that at the end of every post. Icon size, medium, sure. Let's just go through this, and you can read through this. I mean, just decide how you want it to be. A lot of this is pretty self-explanatory, but let's go with medium here for now, and then click save. So now, every time we create a blog post, we're going to see these icons popping up at the bottom, which is going to be pretty cool. So let's just save this, and you can go through and read through more of this if you really want to. But I just wanted to show you kind of the gist of that, to show you how to set that up. So there are two other plugins that I want to show you. You don't necessarily need to have these, but I do think that they are really helpful. One of them is going to be MailChimp. Or some other type of software that you can collect emails with. So integrating something like MailChimp is really helpful. I find that collecting emails on a blog or on an affiliate website is extremely, extremely important for two reasons. One, because it'll allow you to hopefully retarget people who come onto your website. That's why when you go onto most websites today, you'll see that you'll have a pop-up somewhere that says subscribe to our newsletter or subscribe to our mailing list. It's certainly something that I would recommend doing. It helps kind of keep engagement because let's say that somebody comes onto your website once, they read an article, they like the article, but then they X out of your website and they never come back, right? But they might still be interested in your other articles and the products that you're reviewing and in the comparisons. But because you didn't collect their email, there's no way of contacting them to say, hey, look, I know you liked our article. You spent a lot of time on our website. Here's another article that I think you might like, another review, or another really interesting post about the same hobby that we share, right? So installing something like MailChimp for WordPress, this is unofficial, but it has a ton of great reviews from it. So something like this could be really helpful if you want to start collecting emails for that. Another one that we can install is going to be something for actually tracking your website if you want to connect it, right? So Google Analytics. And you're going to see a bunch of options for plugins here. So the one that I traditionally use is Monster Insights, but this is going to allow you to use Google Analytics for your website. You don't need a plugin for this, but if you want to track everything on your website for the amount of time that people are spending on your website, are they spending a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you're going to be able to tell so much thanks to Google, and they're going to tell you everything about what people are doing on your website, what they're searching, how many searches you're getting, how many clicks you're getting, your impressions. It's really, really going to be useful for this. So I use Monster Insights, but you can use some different ones as well. I've heard great things about Analytify. I know people who use SiteKit by Google if they want to go with Google. But so I would suggest going with one of these and just installing it, messing around with it, and you're going to see some really, really cool results from that. So you can install that. We're not going to do it for the purpose of this video because what I want to show you here is something called Google Search Console. So open up a new tab, type in Search Console. And this is something that I would most definitely recommend setting up for your website. So what this will do is it will show you the amount of impressions that you'll be getting for your website. It'll show you how many people are searching for specific terms, how you're ranking for them. Super, super helpful. Definitely recommend getting this because it's going to help you see whether your site is growing, if you're doing better for ranking your articles, or if you're doing worse. So now we're getting into the sort of the affiliate marketing part of this tutorial. We kind of covered some of the basics of building the website. We'll go a little bit more depth on the basics of building the website further in this video, but this is really where we are beginning the affiliate marketing process here. Okay, so take notes here. But Google Search Console, something I absolutely recommend. So you can go through the process, start now, connect it to your website. It's going to be pretty easy to do that. So actually what I'll do is let me actually just pull up Google Search Console on one of my other websites that we just started this site like a month or two ago. So it doesn't have a ton of traffic, but I'll show you inside of Google's Search Console and show you how to use it and how we can really use some of its features to start to make more money and get more traffic to our website. So this is inside of Google Search Console for one of our rather new websites, but it's really, really helpful because we can see the total amount of web search clicks that we've gotten in the past 90 days. It's not very many from this new site that we just built because, hey, when you're starting a new site, it takes a while to really start to build it up. But if we click on performance, you can see that over time, you're able to track how many impressions are you getting? How many clicks are you getting? And you can see this very clear path of an increase in impressions and in clicks. So this is going to give you so much data. One of the biggest keys to winning with affiliate marketing is analyzing your data. Where are you doing things right? Where are things going wrong? And how can you improve those? If you don't have data to track all of this, you're essentially going to be running around, not knowing where you're going. Imagine playing a sports game, playing a football game, and having no idea what the score is, having no idea how much time is left on the clock. It's going to be a total mess. So we need to use data to ensure that we are winning. And this is one of the biggest, most essential steps to affiliate marketing. So for example, we can look at our total impressions and we can compare that to our average position, right? Our average position for articles. And you can see that at one time it was really high because it was just the domain. We had nothing else. So it was ranking high for when people were searching just for that specific domain. But then over time, we started to put out articles, and then we see that it has been climbing for the total position. But impressions is really important, and clicks is very important as well. And you can go through here, check your site speed, check your mobile usability, your site link search box, site maps, removals, coverage, right? So we have all these different things that we can use here to really start to dig into our website to see how we are performing. Using this Google Search Console mixed with Google Analytics is going to give you pretty much everything that you need to know as far as website traffic, as far as how you're performing, how you're ranking for specific things, right? So let's say that you create an article about best supplements, right? You'll see that article in here. You can go to that specific page. If we go down to pages here, and you can look, okay, how's it ranking? What's the average position of the article of best supplements for 2020? And maybe if your average position is 100, then you need to focus on getting that ranking higher in Google and in search. And that's one of the ways that we can drive traffic is through search engine optimization, which we are going to be digging into here in the coming minutes. Now, another tool that we can use that I do recommend people checking out is something called Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a tool that it's not necessarily cheap, but I find it to be extremely helpful. They do have a 7-day trial for $7. I would recommend trying it out. I mean, just for 7 days, and you can of course cancel it. It's one of the most popular tools. You can see that they've had over 3,770 users join them in the past 7 days. A lot of companies use them. A lot of people use Ahrefs, and it's going to give you a lot of data. They sort of extrapolate some of this data, or they interpolate some of it, but I do find it to be really useful. So let me actually take you into one of our Ahrefs accounts just to kind of show you around and how you can use this tool as well to start to rank your websites. So this is the Ahrefs website here, and we have so many cool different options within here. So we have the dashboard, site explorer, keywords explorer. So if you're looking for new keywords, you're wondering how many searches people are doing for specific keywords and which ones you're going to target, then this can be really useful here. But then you can also look over entire websites. So let's say that, you know what, here, let me open up a new Google search and let me type in supplements for men 2020, and let's see what comes up here, right? So let's see, men's health, verywellfit.com, right? So this looks like it's probably an affiliate website. I'm not entirely sure, but let's look at verywellfit.com, right? And so this is where you can get some ideas from. Okay, so here's a website. It looks like these are probably affiliate links, right? So best budget for multivitamins, right? So this is the best, or the 9 best multivitamins for men of 2020. So best budget, 1 a day men's multivitamin. Buy on Walmart, buy on Amazon, buy on Target. All 3 of these, I'm going to make the assumption that these are affiliate links. So they write some things about it, and you know, I can't guarantee this. I don't know who owns this website, but they're probably going to be affiliate links. And that's why these buttons are right here. So these are all going to be affiliate links in most cases. And same for this, best for active men, probably an affiliate link, probably an affiliate link, right? So all of these, but so let's see. Let's go back and let's look at verywellfit.com. Let's look at the website and let's see how much traffic they are likely getting. So verywellfit.com, hit enter, and this is going to show us how much traffic this website is likely getting. So there's a lot of data that we can look at here, and I think we'll create a full Ahrefs tutorial at some point in the future if you are going to be getting this tool. But when building a website and ranking a website and making money with it, there's going to be some key factors that really do decide how well your site performs. One of them being backlinks, meaning how many people are linking to your website. This is one of the biggest things that Google cares about, because if, for example, you have big websites linking to your website, let's say that CNN or Forbes or CNBC or Fox News or some big websites, some of the largest websites in the world, let's say that they're sending a link to you. Let's say that they talk about you in an article, and then they say, Nate from Supplements Nation says that it's important to take 5 vitamins a day for blah, 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 right? And then they link to you on that article that they write about you. Well, guess what? That's a backlink, and that is going to send juice to your website. Hopefully we're not confusing you here, but backlinks are very important because it shows Google that you're credible. When you have big websites sending a link to you, they link to your website from their website, it tells Google, hey, this is probably a legitimate website. If nobody links to your website, it's going to tell Google that, you don't really matter. You're not really relevant. But if you have big websites sending links to your websites, it tells Google, yes, this person or this website is probably pretty relevant. Organic keywords, this is per month. They're getting about 2.7 million organic keywords per month that are getting sent to their website. Organic traffic, 4.6 million. And then traffic value, $4.4 million. This doesn't mean that verywellfit.com is making $4.4 million, but what it does mean is that if they were to pay to get this level of traffic, if they were to pay to get 4.6 million organic traffic for the pages and search terms that they are getting them from, they would have to pay $4.4 million in ads in order to get them to that page, right? So it's not necessarily showing how much money that they're making, but it's pretty close. From my experience, from talking to a lot of people and from our own experience with websites, the traffic value is relatively close to what some websites are making. Now, if that sounds ridiculous, you're thinking this website, this random website, Very Well Fit, is making $4 million per month on their website. I can tell you it's probably not that far off. I can tell you from my random estimation here, I can almost guarantee that they are making easily hundreds of thousands, probably $1 million per month from this website, from verywellfit.com, because they have so many affiliate links, right? And so this is just one of the perfect examples here. And we can look at other ones too, right? So let's look at nerdwallet.com, which I just want to show you really quickly because they get so much traffic. But a site like nerdwallet.com, which focuses on finance, which focuses on some different things within the financial sector, credit cards, best bank accounts, stock brokerage accounts. Their traffic value on a monthly basis is $65 million, which is sort of ridiculous. I mean, that's an absolutely incredible amount of money. But, I suggest going down this rabbit hole of looking more into companies or websites that in most cases people just assume, hey, it's just a regular website. I use it all the time. Like, for example, I've been using nerdwallet.com for years. I would go into NerdWallet, find some products, use those products, right? I wanted to sign up for a bank account. I'd go into nerdwallet.com, read their reviews. I never realized that this is a company worth well over $1 billion. And it's a website. It's a freaking blog, right? But it's making likely tens of millions of dollars per month from a blog. And that blows a lot of people's minds. People thought blogging was dead. People thought, how much money can you realistically make with this? And I'm telling you right now, from my personal experience and from looking at some of this data that we get, they are making millions and millions of dollars on a monthly basis. And you can certainly do this as well. So Ahrefs, really, really cool tool. If you go over to Keywords Explorer as well. So let's go over to Keywords Explorer here, and let's say that you want to look up men's supplements, right? Click search. Okay, so there's only about 100 for search volume with a keyword difficulty of 30, which means it's kind of hard to rank for. For a beginner website, 30 is still kind of difficult. They estimate that you'll need backlinks from about 36 websites to rank in the top 10 for this keyword. So it's probably not the first article that you want to create, but if we go over here and we click on keyword ideas, we're going to see a bunch of different cool things that pop up here. So supplement is very difficult to rank for. The keyword difficulty is 86 with a volume of 46,000 searches on a monthly basis. That's going to be too difficult to rank for. Multivitamin. If we want to rank for the word multivitamin, keyword difficulty of 58. Still going to be really difficult. Best multivitamin for men. Okay, now the keyword difficulty is 28, and the keyword difficulty for Ahrefs goes from 0 to 100, and so for this, it's going to be a little bit easier. 28 means that it's moderately easy to rank for. You're probably not going to rank for it right away, but it's easier to rank for best multivitamin for men rather than just for supplement, right? So we can go through here, look through and find ones that have an easy keyword difficulty. So something that I would recommend going below 20, right? So if you want to rank for one-a-day vitamins, you could write an article about 1-a-day vitamins. And it has a keyword difficulty of 19 with a search of 5.8 thousand. So if you want to write an article about best 1-a-day vitamins for men, boom, you're probably going to be ranking for this easier than you would if you just made an article about best supplements, because it's going to be so many other websites competing for that specific term. But then if we go even more specific, right? Rainbow Light Men's 1 multivitamin. Keyword difficulty of 3 with a search volume of 5.1 thousand. This right here could be potentially a gem because it's so easy to rank for according to Ahrefs. I would suggest going over to Google as well and then searching this up and seeing what websites pop up. And if you see like a Quora post popping up in the first couple, then you'll know that you are probably going to be able to rank for that. If you see forums popping up on the first page of Google when you search for something like Yahoo Answers or Quora or Reddit, that is a great sign that shows that you can probably rank your website in the top search results for that search that people are making. So go through there and look over those. Ahrefs, one of my favorite tools. It's not absolutely necessary in order to do this. So what we can also do, if we don't want to use Ahrefs, we don't want to pay for it, which makes sense. A lot of people want to start for free. We can go to our good old trusty Google here and do some old school research to find the best articles to write. Now, the biggest tip that I can have for you here is to, if you're going to be starting a blog, starting an affiliate marketing website, you want to target long tail keywords. If you just create an article titled Best Supplements 2020, it's probably not going to rank because you're going to have so many other websites that are legitimate websites like Men's Health or fitness.com or something that are ranking in the top. And if you're a little baby website of Supplements Nation, you're probably not going to be ranking that high for it. And so what we can do here is, let's say that we go to Google and then we can start to look up things. All right, so let's say that we're going to type in best supplements, and then we start to see some options pop up, and you can start to create articles about these. These are probably still too broad of things like best supplements for men. You're probably going to have a lot of competition for that. Also, I mean, not that you're promoting supplements, we're just using supplements as an example, but you want to be careful with things like, writing articles about supplements for weight loss or anxiety or depression or something, especially if you don't actually have those problems or those issues. And then just, okay, I think you know what I'm saying there. Just make sure that if you're writing articles or reviews that you actually use those products, which I already said like 10 times in this video. But let's say that we do best supplements for, and then let's start typing things in like for men. And then look at all these other options we have here, right? So you could write an article, best supplements for men over 40, best supplements for men over 50, best supplements for men working out, right? So these are more specific terms, which means that you're going to be able to rank for them a lot easier than if it was just best supplements. So this is the key here. Start with some very specific long tail keywords that you're targeting in your first articles. How do you target those in your articles? Put them in the title, right? So the title, you want to frame it so that is, best supplements for men over 40. And then the meta description, you fill that with a lot of those keywords as well. And then stuff keywords into your article when you're writing the article about best supplements for men. That's how you target specific keywords or phrases. So let's say best supplements for men over 70, right? And let's see what comes up here. So we have Livestrong, SilverSneakers.com, AARP. These are going to be still difficult ones to compete with. So we might have to get even more specific than this, right? So maybe vitamins for 70-year-old men, right? So we can really start to dig into this and find things that we could do, that we could write articles about. But, of course, making sure that they are guided in the right direction. If you're creating articles about best supplements for people with depression and you have no experience with depression, you're not a doctor, you're not a physician, I would not recommend doing that. Supplements are kind of a weird thing in the first place to get into talking about, especially if you don't do them. So we're using this as an example. Okay, so that's what we wanted to show you there. Now, as far as picking a niche goes, so supplements, yeah, sure, we're using this as an example here. But picking a niche, my biggest suggestion for this is to find something that you are really passionate about. What we can do actually is we can go to Wikipedia hobbies and look at a list of hobbies on Wikipedia. If you're looking for ideas for affiliate websites to create, look at how many different ideas we have here. And the key here is to create as specific of websites as possible for affiliate marketing, especially when you're first starting, because it's going to be easier to rank for them. So for example, you make a website about home brewing, about brewing your own beer, right? It's pretty specific. It's not a broad, massive website. And because it's pretty specific, it's going to be easier to rank for those. Same for like bullet journaling, right? Or bread making. I mean, some of these sound ridiculous, but if you made an affiliate marketing website about bread making, there's probably not a ton of competition in there. So read through some of these if you're really looking for some ideas. But I actually think the best way to do this is to write down a list of your 5 or 10 favorite hobbies. What are your favorite things to do? And for some people, you know, it's maybe gardening, or you like collecting coins, or you love NASCAR, you love racing. So you can create an affiliate marketing website around that and maybe market, you know, affiliate marketing racing gear, right? Or you absolutely love carpentry, you love building things. So you can create an affiliate marketing website related to building things and maybe market products from Home Depot and get a 10% commission on them. So find your biggest passions, your biggest hobbies. If you love gaming, I suggest making a website about gaming. But if you're not creating a website about your passion or something that you could say sit down at the dinner table and talk somebody's ear off about it, then it's probably not going to work. And I'm talking from experience here. Now, that doesn't mean that 100% of the time that if you create a website that you don't care about, that you won't succeed. It's just to say that it's going to be so much easier to write articles when you're already an expert at this, you're already very passionate about it. Instead of, you know, if I was to make an affiliate marketing website about painting or quilting, it would be a pretty trashy website for two reasons. One, because I have no idea what the hell I'd be talking about with quilting, because I've never done this in my life. But also, I don't care about quilting. I'm sorry if we have any quilting fans out there. I don't care about quilting. And so it just wouldn't make sense for me to make a site about this. It just would not make sense in any way whatsoever. So make sure that you try to create a site that you are passionate about, because I can tell you now that almost all of these hobbies here will have options for affiliate marketing. Pretty much every industry in the world has something that you can market, even weightlifting, wrestling, boxing, right? All of these different things here. Gongoozling? I don't even know what that really is. But you know what? Sure. I'm sure there's something that you can market here with a gongoozling website. That's kind of just a bizarre even name. A gongoozler is a person who enjoys watching activity on the canals. Okay. I have no idea what that is, but that is what I would do for that. Okay, so now that we have decided what niche we're going to be in, you can see that for this website we already chose supplements. Then what I suggest doing is you need to find products that you can then promote. And this is where we're going to go over to our trusty website called impact.com. I would recommend signing up for impact.com. I'm not affiliated with them. They don't pay me to use them, but I do use Impact for most of the products that I promote. So we can sign in. I'll actually take you into my dashboard for one of my Impact accounts for one of my sites. But go into Impact, sign up for it, and you're going to see a ton of different brands. A lot of them you already recognize that you can start to promote. So let me take you through there, and I'll show you how to find some products and how to negotiate deals with these companies, and really how to get started and start to really make a lot of money with something like Impact. So this is Impact right here. It used to be called Impact Radius. I think they just dropped the Radius part, so it's just impact.com now. But you see so many brands on here that we can start to promote. So let's say that your niche is, let's say that your niche is going to be, let's go through here. Let's say that your niche is going to be diet and nutrition. So it's going to load here, and then we see so many products that come up here. We have 75 brands that are related to diet and nutrition that we can consider promoting. So automatically, I already see one that I recognize. One of my friends, my roommate from college, bought stuff from 5 Star Nutrition. Actually, I think he worked at 5 Star Nutrition. And you can see 5 Star Nutrition, a one-time sale of 10 to 20% commission. So let's click on this. I'm interested in this one. I want to learn more about their affiliate program. So you can read about it. You can read about all their different products that they have, their commissions. So one-time sale, 10 to 20%. Let's actually read more about it. But then we can click apply, and we can apply for it just like that. And we can read through their terms. So what are they offering? Well, they're offering 20% per item for a new customer. And then if they are an old customer, a recurring customer, you get a 10% commission. Now, I can tell you right here that people who buy supplements from something like 5-Star Nutrition, I'm not sure what their average order size is, but speaking from the couple of people that I know who have bought something from a company like 5-Star Nutrition, they spend hundreds of dollars on whey protein, on creatine, on different types of supplements for bodybuilding. And so the average order size, I would not be surprised to see it maybe $200, $300. And so if the average order size is $200, and trust me, I mean, my roommate was spending like $500 every month from supplements, which kind of was out of control. But regardless, let's say that you're getting a 20% commission on a $200 order from 5-Star Nutrition. That's 20% times $200 is about $40 commission in your pocket for getting somebody to click on your link because you wrote a review about a product perhaps, and then they ended up buying something through a company like 5-Star Nutrition. So if we actually go through and we read some of the terms, this is important to do. Action locking, they're locked 1 month and 15 days, so probably about 45 days after the end of the month that they are tracked, meaning that people are actually tracked when they click on your links. Everything on the internet, for your Facebook, for Google, for your accounts everywhere, your device, in most cases, they are tracked. They used to call these cookies. But let's say that you click on one of my links in one of my articles about supplements, right? I write an article about the best whey protein for college students who are building muscle. And you click on a link that takes you to 5-Star Nutrition. Let's say that you don't buy anything for the next 30 days. You don't buy anything for the next 30 days from 5-Star Nutrition. But on day number 30, you say, hey, I'm going to go back onto 5starnutrition.com, and you end up buying whey protein, or you buy anything on their site. I can still get paid for that because I sent you to that site 30 days ago. So if you go to that site within any 30-day period, I will get money if you buy anything from that site within that 30-day period. Super cool about that. So some different affiliate programs have different referral windows. So sometimes, for example, Amazon, if you use Amazon affiliates, their referral window is only about 24 hours. So if you click on an Amazon link from my website and you don't buy anything for 24 hours, and then on hour 25 you do buy something, I'm not going to get money from that. But for this one here, I have that 30-day window, which is pretty cool. Gives me a lot more chance of actually making money from that. So we can click apply here. And I want you to be aware as well that if you really want to, you can actually negotiate contracts with all these different affiliate companies. I've done this for most of my sites, YouTube channels. Once you start driving a lot of traffic, you can say, hey, 5-Star Nutrition, I'm sending you a lot of traffic. I'm making a lot of money, and you're making a lot of money off of me. So instead of 10 to 20%, I want 20 to 30% commission. And in a lot of cases, from my experience, they say yes, or they'll at least negotiate and say, well, we can't do 20 to 30%, but we can do 15 to 25%. And they can bump you up into higher brackets when you start sending more traffic, which just means that you make even more money, which is pretty great, right? So go through, find your niche, and then find products that you can promote, right? So you want to promote gaming. Find products you can promote in there, right? So let's unclick diet and nutrition. Let's look at gaming. What comes up here? Best Buy is one that I think a lot of us are already familiar with. You only get 0.5% commission on that. So somebody buys a $1,000 TV, you're only going to get 0.5% on that, which is going to be what? That's going to be $5. Probably not really worth it for something like Best Buy. But hey, maybe Logitech, or you go through here, Razer affiliate program, you get 3 to 10%, it looks like, right? Razer's a big gaming thing that I see people on. But go through, find your products through something like Impact Radius. Now, the next one that I want to show you is something called CJ.com. This is what used to be called Commission Junction. Now it's just called CJ Affiliate. Sign up for this as well. Sign up for CJ Affiliate. It's going to be the same deal as with Impact. A ton of brands are on there, a ton of brands that you already recognize. It's very similarly outlaid to Impact, but I would suggest doing that if you want to find even more brands to promote using something like CJ Affiliate. Now you can also use Amazon affiliates, Amazon associates it's called. Their commissions are pretty small. So I don't really bother with promoting products on Amazon. But let's say that you want to promote different products on like Target, for example, Target affiliate program. Almost every company in the world who sells products online has an affiliate program. And if they don't have one, I found that they are willing to make one for you, especially if you are driving a lot of traffic. But we can look at Target's affiliate program. A lot of people just are not familiar with this. They are not aware that they even have these. You can get up to 8% commission on a number of different categories with a 7-day cookie, which is better than Amazon. And so, it really just depends on the products that you want to promote, but most companies have them. Let's look at Walmart affiliate program. What I would suggest doing is, if you're wondering, hey, does this company have an affiliate program? Just Google it. Type in the company, and then after type affiliate program. And I'm telling you that most companies do. Walmart has an affiliate program. You're going to get a percentage from everything that people buy from Walmart, from their website, because you have a website that's promoting them. So once you have your affiliate account set up with whichever program you would like to go with, you're going to get that special affiliate link. That is your link that is then tracking when people click on it. And then if they buy something, you're getting that commission. You're getting some of the money. Now comes the legwork. This is the stuff that a lot of people don't like to think about because, hey, it takes some time. It takes some effort. But that's really the story of affiliate marketing, is that it's not something that's going to be overnight and get rich quick. But this is where we can start writing articles and creating value and then linking to those products. So going back to a website here that probably pulls in a lot of money. Like I said, I don't know this guy personally, but let's look at some of his top articles here. Something like passive income ideas, right? Best passive income ideas for 2020. I'm willing to bet that a large number of these links in here are probably going to be affiliate links, right? So he's providing value to people. He's saying, hey, here's some passive income ideas for you. You could refinance your student loans. You could do crowdfunded rental properties, right? So you're reading through here, you're getting tons of value. And then within there, he's also getting affiliate commissions, right? He's embedding his affiliate links in here for things like the certificate of deposit. So if you open up a CD, which is a passive income idea, and then you click on CIT Bank, you want to learn more, this is his affiliate link right here. And I suppose I'll just click on it just to show you what it does here. And so this is what you essentially want to do for your affiliate business, is that, so I just clicked on his link. He'll probably get maybe $100, $200. It's hard to tell. I'm just kind of guessing at how much he's earning from that. But you want to start writing blog articles and then embedding links, your affiliate links, into those blog articles with the sole purpose of really trying to provide value to people, and then the money will sort of come as people read through, and then they click on your hyperlink, right? So your affiliate link is this right here, right? And so they click on it, and then you make money from that. So we will be rolling out a number of other videos showing people more in depth on how to rank websites. I mean, this video is almost at an hour and a half here, so hopefully we were able to provide you a pretty decent amount of value. If we did, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop me a message on Instagram. I'm always happy to read those, and I'll see everybody in next week's video. We have a ton of other videos though to show you guys kind of through this process of getting started with building sites, with affiliate marketing, and building some type of online business that is legitimate. So thanks for watching the video. I appreciate all the support from everyone, and I'll see everybody next week.